Namaste, angels. This is going to be for the sign of Aquarius. Heard you guys loud and clear. You want the annual, the yearlies, and I want to give them to you. Normally, I use the hashtag creepy deck for these. Honestly, I have no idea where they are. I have the box, I have the book. I don't know what I did with the cards or what my guides, what the angels did with the cards. It's possible they didn't want me to use them anymore, but those of you who know the story of them, a lot of light beings, perhaps yourself included, because a lot of my viewers just would cringe. The really strong empaths, could feel it. The energy that came off of those cards, at least when I first got them, and we're just like, yes, my daughter felt it. She was the first person to tell me, like, don't use those. So maybe they finally hid them from me. I don't know, but what I am using instead is Major Arcana, from two decks, the Angel Tarot and the Animal Tarot. And we're going to do the Zodiac in order. At least I'm going to try. So this is for you, Aries, for the year. I'll pull two cards for each placement. The first will be general. The second will be love. And we are starting with Major Arcana card 17, the Star, which is about the sign of Aquarius most directly, or most directly represents the sign of Aquarius. So an Aquarian may be particularly significant to you, or this can be about the energy or age, so to speak, of Aquarius into which we are about to step. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. This card is also about communication and our prayers being answered, our dreams coming true, our wishes being granted. The next card is also upright. That's behind it. It's Major Arcana card 14. It's called Balance here. It's actually Temperance, which represents the sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius may be particularly significant to you. Or perhaps the planet Jupiter. I think Jupiter and Venus are going to be huge for us, for many of us next year in 2021, with the gifts that they give us, all the many blessings that they give us for all the work that we've done over the past several years. By merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea, compromise with others, and collaborate to discover a better solution. So Temperance is a card for me of restoration, recovery, collaboration, negotiation. So being able to come together, maybe despite differences, to work something out, and also getting back something that was lost or that you were lacking. If it's not the exact thing, it's a replacement that's better. Here comes Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter. So again, this is Jupiter too. This is Sagittarius. Temperance represents Sagittarius, and also for me, Aquarius, because most cards in the tarot, doesn't matter from where you get the deck, has some sort of water bearer, or what looks to me like a water bearer on the card. So more Aquarius perhaps with that Sagittarius, but Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel, is also a card that represents the planet Jupiter and the sign of Aquarius, as well, I'm sorry, well, yes, the sign of Aquarius, but I meant to say Sagittarius, as well as the fixed signs, one of which is Aquarius, also Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. So the Wheel is about unexpected blessings and gifts, very quickly, very suddenly they appear, and life is a lot better. And that may be taking you out of a situation that was difficult, with the next card being the Devil here in reverse. So I'm going to stop. I'm not going to really pay much attention to this one, but this is from where we're coming. The world. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So again, it's called ego here, but it is the Devil. And with the World here as well, Major Arcana card 21, these cards together are telling me that something that was difficult, that was a challenge, maybe just an emotion, like a fear that had you stuck and inhibited, the cycle has completed. The World is an indication that the cycle has completed there. So that's over. All right, so now I'm going to throw all of these into random places here and give these another shuffle in front of you. Very positive cards coming up for you guys. Justice, the Chariot, Here's that world again. I think on this note, I will cut. Let's cut into 6, like for old time's sake. And more Sagittarius energy for you guys. Major Arcana card 19, the Sun, is going to be your overall happy outcome. Brilliant ideas that lead to success if you have confidence in yourself. I think I'll go around twice rather than put lane 2. January, February, March. April has 2. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Normally, I would have laid the cards this way. Should I have done that? Well, I don't know why I did it this way. Well, let's go with it. This is your love. I do have my other cards already shuffled too. The rest of the deck, the rest of the decks in both cases, if we want any further clarification on anything. And then, of course, I have these as well. Okay, Aries, here we go. January, general energy, the Tower. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It's time to spread your wings. And love, Major Arcana card 9, the Hermit. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. So these two could actually go together. I mean, you could be feeling towered because you have the Hermit for love. The Hermit in love means that a relationship from the past is attempting to be rekindled. And so that could be enough to knock you off your feet. But I will pull another card. So as I mentioned, I have here the rest of the cards from each of these decks, beginning with the 8 of Cups, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. So this, in terms of relationship, could be you considering to walk away from or to walk toward one that you had been avoiding. And boom, right behind it is the 2 of Cups. You're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. So somebody could be considering that, but maybe, feeling that the relationship is or has been lacking, or that they're lacking. This can be about financial. Sometimes we let finances get in the way of our relationships too. Like, I can't get into a relationship right now. How can I afford that? I can't afford to get divorced. I can't afford to raise children, whatever the case is. Focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career can block your progress. Because your trust and faith are at a low point right now, it's not the best time to start your own business or to become self-employed. Where this relates specifically to relationships and love, for me, is things like, fear of rejection, mommy issues, daddy issues, fear of commitment, fear of abandonment, all of those things that could have us concerned about a relationship, specifically a romantic one, and therefore wanting to walk toward or away from one. But I'm just going to pull from the top here. I'll use, for clarification, I'll use only cards that are upright. So we'll begin with this one. And the 6 of Swords. Things are looking up. It's the end of a difficult situation. So even if that Tower is a difficult situation for you in your relationship, you can expect it to end, resolve itself amicably somehow. Even if that does still mean the end of the relationship and you're going on to rekindle something from your past, it ends, pleasantly or for the best. The end of a difficult situation, you may even be taking a trip. So you could end up going to visit somebody or having them to come visit you, or the card could be metaphoric in terms of movement, just moving forward. Six of Swords, never a backward moving energy for me, always positive. February. Major Arcana card 8, Justice. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Possibly something involving a Libra. And Major Arcana card 2, the High Priestess. Listen to your intuition. Have patience and carefully consider what you want before acting. So justice, in a general sense, an upright like this usually means something, again, working out in your favor. So even if it's tied, if it's to a relationship and or a legal matter, something going in your favor. High Priestess in terms of love is someone who is very, very attractive and sort of like a standout. People want to be near her, close to her, with her. And there's often like some sort of difference where people don't feel worthy. So it could, again, have to do with that Five of Pentacles, not feeling worthy. You know, like she's so far above me, whether that translates literally to finances or just the way that you see her, this what she exudes in terms of authority and wisdom, and just, you know, she's so mysterious and magical. And other meanings, of course, would be with regard to your love life. Pay very close attention to your intuition, any signs, synchronicities. These could be, you know, in the form of your dreams, music, or the sounds you hear, name recognition, all kinds of things. Pay attention, put the pieces together. You may even want to write down your dreams when you wake up before you forget them, so that you can like revisit and again, help you to put the pieces together. March. Chariot is another card of travel and or movement, as well as victory. So it goes nicely following Judgment. And 21, the World. A job well done. Joy, contentment, and gratitude in the path toward enlightenment. This is a fire energy for me, so this could be very much your own energy, although it tends to be more karmic. Like when I feel the fire, I tend to think it's coming from Jupiter or Mars, you know, the red planet. But it could be coming from you. It's about something coming full circle, something coming to an end, the end of a cycle, and you're moving on. So whether that means, again, literally or figuratively, you are moving forward. This is also about modes of transportation, planes, trains, automobiles, something involving a car could be involved, or if it's tied to justice, it's coming to an end, maybe like, you know, car accident, legal situation coming to an end. Again, victory on your part, or, you know, car trouble. Same thing could apply to a marriage. If there's a divorce, that may be tied to justice in terms of legal, and tied to the Tower in terms of a relationship falling apart. But again, moving forward with something positive for you, and then victory for you as well. Also, Chariot, specific to love. Chariot, specific to love, can be about. I paused because I'm like, did I put the Chariot to be the love card, or was it did I mix them up? I'm not sure. So I'll give you both meanings. Chariot, specific to love, can be about one or both people that are interested in each other, or you know, that are involved, like pushing too hard, too fast, sort of trying to rush the relationship rather than get to know each other. And even if you're already together, if you're already in a committed relationship, there's still other stuff that we can get to know, and then we about the other person, and we're not always moving at the same pace. We're not always ready to move on to a deeper commitment at the same time. And so this is about you know, each person having their say in that regard, and being very clear about it, where they stand and what they're looking for, and where they're at with the connection. nobody should be rushed or felt like they're being bullied into a relationship. The world, on the other hand, at least for me, again, it's about endings and stuff. So a relationship might be coming to a complete end, or something about the relationship coming to a complete end. Like it's never going to exist in this way again. We're never doing this particular thing again. We'll never explore this avenue or, dynamic again. Completely done. And we're moving into something that's better. So whether that means as a couple or single, that's what's going on with the world. And again, the Chariot is also a card connected to movement. So some relationship probably that you had been in for a while, as opposed to a shorter one. It often has to do with some amount of time and opportunities that we've had ourselves to in this relationship. And you sort of look back in hindsight, like I should have been left him, I should have been left her, and you didn't. You had an opportunity to, but you didn't. So the universe steps in, and in the case of the Tower, abruptly something happens, and in the case of the World, eases us out of a situation that is not good for us and into one that is better. April. This is your birthday month. Maybe that's why you got two. Well, you got another High Priestess. This is the time to pause and to reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts, as nothing is hidden from your divine sight. So you definitely don't want to make any decisions, like rushing to judgment about anything. You're going to want to take any and every piece of information that you possibly have available to you, including and especially intuition, gut feelings. What is your heart telling you to do? What is your soul telling you to do? And you're going to want to think, and you're going to want to decide, for yourself what is best for you. This is really about you. And it could also have to do with you becoming more spiritual as a person, especially now that you just had two so close to each other. Just growing spiritually, maybe even in terms of spiritual gifts, as they call them, becoming stronger. This is your birthday month, right, April. So that may be what the universe decides to gift you. And again, you're going to want to pay very close to your intuition and trust that and rely on that before anything else when making a decision. And then when you decide what it is you want to do in terms of your decisions, like I'm going to make this move or that move, it's probably going to be a good idea, whatever the situation is, not to share that information with anybody else and to move in silence. And then when it's complete, you want to make announcements. Listen, I've done this with my life, then you can after it's done, but not to give anybody an opportunity to, sort of like put any kind of hoodoo or voodoo hex, bad energy, whatever, toward what it is you're trying to make happen. And you are trying to make something happen with Major Arcana card 1, the Magician, also showing up here for you. This is a strong period of manifestation for you. So again, the High Priestess could be very, very spiritual in this regard. That your spiritual gifts are stronger than normal, than they had been, and you can really manifest them very quickly. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them, and life is magical. And also a Gemini may be very significant because the High Priestess and the Magician, both Geminis. If it's not Gemini itself, that may be very significant. Could be, if it's not like a Gemini individual, it could be Gemini, the energy. Gemini is the North Node. Currently, the true North Node. Who knows? Mercury may be in retrograde at that point. That could mean something for you. I don't know. But your love card is also super, super positive. It is Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel. Again, this card is most directly tied to Jupiter and the energy of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius could be super significant, or Sagittarius is the opposite of Gemini. So again, whereas I said Gemini is the North Node, Sagittarius is the South one. And it is key in manifestation about, our dreams coming true. It's about destiny. And so you could really be making something that you want happening, for fulfilling your destiny or beginning to fulfill it, putting yourself on that path in the month of April, which would be phenomenal for you. Like, I mean, what better gift could you give to yourself for your birthday? Also, as I mentioned before, the fixed signs also tied in with this energy: Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. May. The full moon in particular that month could be very, very significant to you. I'm not sure where it will be. It may be in Scorpio because there is a full moon in Scorpio around the time of the sun enters Gemini every year. It's like Gemini's full moon is usually between Scorpio, either it falls into Scorpio time period or Sagittarius. It's usually like around there. And Scorpio's full moon usually falls into the period of like Gemini. So, because Major Arcana card 13, Death, represents the sign of Scorpio. I had just mentioned Scorpio. I was like just getting the word Scorpio out of my mouth as I picked up these cards. This moon card represents the sign of Pisces most directly, but Death is about endings. Full moons are about endings, and I just saw something again coming to like a close, giving birth to something really, really special for you that is going to be new, that I think is born of this manifestation that you were doing the month before. It's time to release the past and to move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. And in terms of the moon, it's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. So this is following up on that high priestess and saying, yes, keep listening to those messages. That's going to get you through. Even if you don't understand like why or what's happening or it doesn't look like it's working in your favor, trust yourself, trust the universe, trust God if you believe in that. And you're going to be pleasantly, you're going to be happy that you did, basically. Even if you're unsure of what's happening, trust your intuition. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. I've shared with you guys many times, and my mother always said, if you pray, don't worry, and if you worry, don't pray. This can also be a time in terms of looking at the moon on its own with relation to love, where it could be very easy to get into an argument with your mate because the moon is about illusion and confusion. And so it's very important not to make like presumptions and to ask questions if you have questions. Don't make up an answer in your own head. We can sometimes, like I said, create a whole scenario. It causes arguments, and we say things or do things often that we cannot take back. So it's important to be careful of that when the moon shows up for your love life. June. Justice. I want to show you that how justice is under justice here, just in the way that I laid out the cards. Here's Major Arcana card Justice the first time, and then here is this one. I think that has a meaning for you also. Fair decisions will be made after all of the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. So again, this is something going in your favor. This is more of the energy of Pisces too. We just had Pisces with the moon, and now we have Major Arcana card 12, the Hangman. Look at things in a different way, and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. So in terms of love, the Hangman is a card that says that there's something of which we need to let go. It could be an actual relationship. It could be the image, the idea of a specific type of relationship. Like we're not giving the universe room to send us in what's meant for us because we're focused too heavily, too strongly on one very specific description of what we're willing to accept. It can be a dynamic, a part, an aspect of a particular relationship or of an idea of a relationship of which we need to let go. What's also interesting to me about these two is that the high priestess, as I described her before, can be this sort of out of reach kind of person, or perceived to be out of reach and unattainable. And the hangman can also be about letting go of an unattainable lover or love interest, giving way to somebody who would be there for you, could be there for you. So if you just have like your heart set on this person, let's say, or an image of this type of person, and you're focused on that, and you're wondering why you're single, it's because you're blocking your own love interest. So in your own interest, it's better for you to let go of that and to be open to to be open to love, be open to somebody coming in who will genuinely love you and treat you appropriately, rather than focus like that. And then it could still, the same person that you want could enter, but if they hadn't been fitting the bill, the image that you had in your head, it's like when you like a movie, whatever, where they have a genie and you make a wish, you're interpreting it one way. You have it in your mind one way. This is what I'm wishing for. I mean, the genie takes it very, very literally. That's how the universe works too. In terms of the law of attraction. So we've just got to be open about it. But I am going to pull, because of this, additional cards for you for, I think, both of these placements. So February and also June. Using the upright card. So it's this one for this first High Priestess. And it's another Eight of Cups. So you guys had an overall energy from when I shuffled specifically with Aries in mind, tied to some sort of partnership, very possibly a romantic one. You guys had the Eight of Cups as the overall energy. I just pulled another Eight of Cups for you. You feel that there's more to life than what you're living, so it's time to move on. You may be moving from a situation that isn't good for you, or perhaps you're being drawn to what would make you happy. Either way, you are in control. So it's all, again, about your mindset. Eights are about karma too, so you could very well be about releasing something that is karmic, because it's also major arcana card 8, Justice, that has shown up twice for you in these placements. So you have the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, major arcana card 8, major arcana card 8. Next upright card is this one, so it's for this placement. And it's the 3 of Pentacles. This is a pretty awesome card. This is about abundance that is earned and like deserved. Like you did what you took the action that led to it, and it can be tied directly to work often enough. But it can be about relationships too. So your most satisfying and profitable career, again, or relationship, or anything really, comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. So the same way I told you up here before, like not to pay attention to what other people were saying, to really follow your intuition when it came to this High Priestess, this is doubling down on that. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth out into the world. So for others of you where it has nothing to do with a relationship, maybe it had to do with a job or something, and this, or some other way of acquiring abundance, maybe very possibly financial abundance, very possibly through work, very possibly through a collaboration with others, it's paying off here. I am tempted to be a little bit more greedy though, because we do have another upright card here. So just to see if, well, just to see. Okay, so it's something, even if it is work or something, it's something to which you're very emotionally tied. So if it's work, it's like a job you could fall in love with, or a job that you are in love with. Maybe it's your own company, so it's like your baby, you're very emotionally tied to it. Or again, it's quite possibly a relationship, quite possibly a relationship that involves a water sign. The High Priestess, although for me a Gemini can also sometimes be a water sign in the tarot, and you have here for the month of May 2 water signs represented with Scorpio and Pisces, and then you have the Pisces showing up here again, and then Major Arcana the Queen of Cups rather, is most directly a Scorpio, but can also be a Pisces or Cancer or someone likened to those traits or attributes that's not a water sign at all. She's compassionate, loving, giving, and psychic. This is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition. Okay, so this is another card that's also doubling down your need to pay very close attention to your intuition. You can trust it completely is what it's saying. So you should trust it completely. Just follow it. Do what's in your heart and soul to do. Be mindful that you don't ignore your own needs while you're, caring for others, thinking about what others would think or do or want. And that's also what the Three of Pentacles suggests. If it does have to do with a relationship, Three of Pentacles on its own can mean there's definitely mutual respect, adoration. There's going to be something very genuine. They see you, this other person sees you as, the type of person that fits their bill for sure. And, so you feel the same, they feel the same way about you that you do about them. But there is always a possibility that the relationship could take some time to fully develop into the type of commitment that you're seeking. It may not, this is about getting to know each other. And it may be somebody that you meet through work, at work, something like that. July. So actually, this is supposed to be the love card. All right, they were like this. I said, this is love. This is regular. Major Arcana card, Strength. Falling in July. I like it because July is the month of Leo. True strength is displayed through kindness and forgiveness and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. Strength is a wonderful card in any and every area of an aspect of your life in which it falls. Then you have for love, Major Arcana card 5, the Hierophant. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So this is another potentially spiritual card that can be about surrounding yourself with people, places, and things that align with your vibration or that are higher than your own, from which you can learn something. In terms of love specifically, this is a card of tradition. And so as long as you are conducting yourself traditionally as whatever is somebody in your position or shoes, however they would conduct themselves, that's what you're doing, then things should be awesome. This is not like about bucking the system and trying to do things in a non-traditional manner. August. Very interesting. Major Arcana card 17, the Star is back. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. You could also be in contact with somebody. Again, communication, very possibly involving some sort of technology like online, talk, Skype and stuff, online dating, things like that. And then we have for love, the Devil. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So while life, it seems, or at least some blessings are coming through for you, if life isn't just going your way, peachy keen in August, as the Major Arcana card 17, the Star would indicate, your love life, there may be some codependency issue, some feeling of being stuck, some sort of fears in terms of moving forward, maybe of breaking with tradition. And it's going to be important for you to realize that you're in control of that too. That it is your, again, thoughts and on what you focus that controls your destiny in a very large part. September. So this is the general, this is the love. Very nice. Major Arcana card 14 Temperance, so more Sagittarius for you guys, or Jupiter energy. By merging varying points of view, you can now generate an extraordinary new idea, compromise with others, and collaborate to discover a better solution. So if you and your partner or love interest, let's say, were in disagreement, that can be what the devil is about, and you feel like we don't know how to move, we don't know what to do here. This is a card of you working that out. Despite those differences, being able to come to some sort of collective shared resolution that works for everybody. And then boom, you have, for your love life, you have major arcana card 6, the Lovers. True and long lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. That love life may be with somebody who is so different from you. Maybe another race, another religion, younger, older, with temperance also here. And it's like, despite those differences, we found each other. Maybe because here you were willing to let go of an ideal that didn't work for you. Now the appropriate person, even though it doesn't seem like your normal type, is coming in. October. You have another star for your general energy again. You're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. You are very happy and satisfied again in your life, and things that you've been trying to manifest are coming true. And so that's why. And here you are, boom, just like in your full glory and energy, right? With major arcana card 4, the Emperor, which most directly represents you and your energy, your sign, Aries. Organization, maybe optimism too. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, and leadership. So this is you fully empowered. For some, there could be marriage here between September, October. The Emperor for me is often a married man or a father. So there could be the birth of a child. But with the Lovers, with moving beyond a fear, the Hierophant, definitely there could be something like engagement or marriage even. November. Wow. I saw the love card already. So November, we have major arcana card 0. You are starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. Again, this could be newly married. This could be a new job. Just something brand new start that you're following your heart and you're jumping toward it. This is the Fool in the traditional tarot. And look what your card is for love again. In the placement of love, it is major arcana card, the Lovers. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. The Lovers, again, most directly correlates to the sign of Gemini. That doesn't mean actual Gemini is involved. It could just be because of all the Gemini energy that surrounds us right now and will continue to into the new year in the celestial system. Last but not least, December, your general energy is major arcana card 20, renewal or judgment. This is one of my favorite cards. It is about abundance that's earned, like I said, about the 3 of Pentacles, but of course stronger because this is major arcana. It's also about second chances, second time around, with trying something out, and you're given another go at it to maybe do it right this time, whether it's work or relationship or whatever. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move on. Judgment most directly represents the planet Pluto and the sign of Scorpio, which it rules. It is also about relationships with different people, any level. It could be family members, romantic, co-worker, whatever, business partners, like realizing that you're at some sort of crossroad and needing to decide, like, where do we go from here, if anywhere. And the last card for love is another very beautiful one for love. Major arcana card 3, the Empress, which most directly represents the energy of Venus, the goddess and planet of love, and the signs that she rules. More Gemini, as well as Libra, which you've had plenty of too, and Taurus, like the Hierophant. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. This can be, again, the birth of something brand new. This can be literal pregnancy or literal childbirth for you. Or some new, it's your baby, some new idea or opportunity for abundance in your life. So closing out 2021 in a really fabulous way. I hope you guys have enjoyed this yearly reading. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment, hit both the subscribe button and the bell button so that hopefully you'll get your notifications. I do appreciate it. Namaste, Aries.